Israel is a small country in the Middle East bordering Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, and Syria. Currently, the population of Israel has reached more than 9 million people, most of whom are Jews. Israel proclaimed its independence on May 14, 1988. However, one country that chose not to establish diplomatic relations with Israel is Indonesia. This is because Indonesia fully supports the independence of Palestine, which has been at war with Israel for 75 years until now. So, what is the history and origins of Israel? According to history, Israel first appeared towards the end of the 13th century BC, written in the Egyptian Merneptah inscription, which refers to a region called Canaan or Canaan. Several centuries later, there were two sibling kingdoms, namely Israel and Judah. Around 1000 BC, the Canaan region was led by King David. Then, in 970 to 931 BC, King David's position was replaced by his son, King Solomon, or in Islam Suleiman. When led by Solomon, he built the first holy temple in ancient Jerusalem. Then, in 931 BC, the Canaan region was divided into two kingdoms, namely Israel in the north and Judah in the south. Over time, around 722 BC, the Kingdom of Israel was conquered by the Assyrian kingdom, which was based in the area currently called Iraq. Approximately a century later, the Kingdom of Judah was overthrown by the Babylonians. The Babylonians then sacked their capital, Jerusalem, where the Holy Jewish Temple was destroyed and much of Judah's population was exiled to Babylon. After about 50 years of exile, the territory of the former Kingdom of Judah served as the center of Judaism for approximately 7 centuries. The Jewish Holy Temple was rebuilt, but was destroyed again in 70 AD by the Romans. According to the scriptures, Israel has 12 tribes. The 12 tribes are taken from the names of the 12 sons of Jacob, namely, 1. Reuben, 2. Simeon, 3. Levi, 4. Judah, 5. Dan, 6. Naphtali, 7. Gad, 8. Asher, 9. Issachar, 10. Zebulun, 11. Joseph, 12. Benjamin. However, currently, Israel only has 2 tribes, namely Judah and Benjamin. Meanwhile, the other 10 tribes had formed the Kingdom of Israel in the north in 930 BC. Meanwhile, Judah and Benjamin established the Kingdom of Judah in the south. However, in 721 BC, the northern kingdom was conquered by the Assyrians. This then caused the other 10 tribes to gradually assimilate with other nations and slowly disappear. Unlike the tribes of Judah and Benjamin, who can still be found, or what are now called Jews. This happened because they were allowed to return to their homeland after the Babylonian exile in 586 BC. There is another version that states that the ancestors of Israel are actually the same as Palestine, namely the Canaanites or Canaanites. According to the results of a study by an immunologist from Spain, Antonio Arnaiz Villena, the Canaanites lived in the area now claimed as Palestine and Israel 3,000 years ago. Along the way, their ancestors, the Canaanites, mixed with other regions, namely Egypt, Mesopotamia, and the Anatolian people. There are several theories that explain the origins of the Israelite or ancient Jewish nation. Several historians who have studied Israel state that the Israelites came from a nomadic society, moving from place to place, who had been freed from slavery to Pharaoh. Professor of Biblical Studies at Eastern Kent University Sparks argues that the word Israel appears in the Merneptah inscription. It is said that Pharaoh stated that he had succeeded in defeating the seeds of Israel. At that time, Israel was only seen as a foreigner, not as a nation or region. This theory is almost in line with the theory of the origin of ancient Israel as stated in the scriptures. The scriptures explain that the nation of Israel came from the descendants of Jacob, Israel.